Welcome to Just an Average Fantasy Football Podcast.
Week 1, baby.
Hell yeah.
Oh, man. Okay.
Come on, you can do it. There you go.
They must have put the lid on this bottle with an impact wrench.
They let you know.
Well, welcome into week 1 of Just an Average Fantasy Football Podcast. Week 1 of the NFL season, that is. Games start tonight. Tonight is the Cowboys and the Eagles. And no, we should have broke that game down on Monday or Tuesday, but I didn't write a list out, and then I forgot about it. That's on me.
Okay.
We'll be better in the future, but that's
we did talk about it though. In the beginning of the night, we kind of brought the game up and kind of
we didn't
hit on
a
a little bit of it. We didn't.
I also want to go back and say that for some reason last week it slipped my mind that Lamar Jackson's already won MVPs, so he's going to get another one in my estimation. But I was like, he's finally going to get his MVP. Yeah, he's already done that. That's I don't know. Sometimes the brain's not firing all cylinders. I'm sure some of you know.
Yes.
And I'm sure we made some other mistakes too, but whatever.
That's what we're here for, just to be average.
All right. Well, we're going to try to be organized and we're going to try to break stuff down. But before we do all that, you can find us at avgffpod.com. You can go there, click the buttons, go to the places, Apple, Spotify, YouTube, find us on Facebook. You can actually listen on the website if you want to, in as they call it, the embedded player. I have added a few other ones I've never heard of that were on a list today. So like Listen Notes and some other podcast, I don't know. But if you happen to only listen on those, we should be showing up there as well. But wherever you can find us, give us some love, show us some love, give us some follows and likes and subscribes and all the good stuff.
Yes, please.
Oh, and my co-host Matt Baker.
That's me.
There it is. I am Daniel Hayes.
That's him.
Yes, we're off to a rip-roaring fucking start of the season over here.
I'm just so excited for
that's
football.
That's what I'm saying.
Man.
I'm so excited. I'm all discombobulated.
Yes.
We were getting everything ready. We're finally we're going to find out of all the things we're trying to figure out and find out for the season with all our projections and whatnot. So
just out here trying to fuck around and find out.
Yeah. Well, we've been fucking around.
Oh yeah.
Now we're gonna find out.
Now we're gonna find out.
Yeah. So that's gonna be fun. But all right, before we do that, let's roll into some news. Whoa. Apparently it just picked right up where it went off last time. It's because I didn't turn the soundboard off last week. So apparently that just pauses wherever I stopped.
And then yeah.
All right. Well, anyway, here's some news. This just came across the wire. Jaden Blue is a healthy scratch tonight, so that's not good. If he's a healthy scratch, that's not good for the Jaden Blue, truthers out there, which I was one of.
It's still early. I mean, it's game 1. He was dealing with something anyways. I think I don't know that that's what this is, but it's also one of them.
That's what it says. It says it's a healthy scratch. That's what the blurb
So I mean, it's like it may just be precautionary.
Yeah, like you said, it could be. Maybe he's quote healthy, but because he was dealing with something, like you said.
Yeah, they don't want to risk it when they could see what they got in these two guys that they just got in the offseason anyway.
Right.
So
Najee Harris is expected to play tonight, but Amari Hampton did get the start over him. Of course, Najee has hardly practiced at all with the eye thing, so I didn't expect him to just show up without practicing and take the full reins away.
Yeah.
So we get to see not tonight, but this week, Marvin Hampton gets to kick it off. Let's see, Justin Jefferson off the injury report, so that's good. Let's see what else we got. Achane is still limited. You're going to want to monitor that with his calf. They're saying he's going to play, but if Ollie Gordon's out there, go get him right now.
Yeah, you should already have him just because, just in case. But yeah, definitely.
Dante Thornton Jr. with Las Vegas is a starter. The 6'4", 215-pound freak, athletic
picked
freak.
him up quite a few places. Just because.
Yeah, dude is a size speed guy, and he earned his job. So, let's see. Rashawn Johnson's dealing with something with his foot, so he did not practice today. Let's see. So you need to keep your eye on that. Jalen Noel is going to be out with. I thought, didn't they come across wire and say Jalen Noel's going to be out? Or is that no, I'm sorry. Who was the guy with Kansas City? Not Noel. Noel's with the Texans, and Christian Kirk is likely to miss. So Noel could get some playing time. That's why he's on my mind.
Jaden Higgins is another one to look at this week too.
Maybe I'll find it when I scroll down the news. Let's see. Cade Otton had a full practice today, so that's good. There was some speculation he was going to miss week 1. Tyreek Hill still dealing with an oblique and was limited. Like I just said, Christian Kirk looked like he might miss week 1. Chris Godwin's not on the PUP, but they're talking about he's going to be out the first 5 weeks, which doesn't make sense to me, but whatever. Darren Waller is on the injury report. He's dealing with a hip issue. So
that's that old man hip, man.
Yeah, he was out, and then he came back, and now he's out again. This is classic Waller.
They're like, you know what? We don't need a tight end. Let's get rid of Jonnu. Hey, we'll sign Waller.
Yeah,
and you know what that did? Just filled up their.
Yeah, so it could still be. I forget the guy's name who we were all talking about before they went and signed Waller as a potential sleeper.
Oh yeah.
So if you can look up the second string tight end. Darnell Mooney is iffy for week 1 with a shoulder issue. Jaden Reed was limited. He's dealing with that Jones fracture. And listen, it's if you have Jaden Reed, it's gonna be like this all season, where he's gonna be. There's going to be on the injury report, questionable all week, and then he will play, or maybe he won't. That's just the problem you're going to be dealing with the Jones fracture. It requires surgery to fix. Until he gets surgery, this is how it's going to be. Isaac Tesla was limited, dealing with an illness, so that hopefully he'll get over that. Keon Coleman also dealing with growing injury, and it's not looking good for him as well for week 1. So keep an eye on that. Let's see. Amari Cooper says, you know what? On second thought, I don't want to fucking play.
Like, no, I changed my mind.
Yeah, I'm good. This is bullshit. I'm going to go back home. Yeah. So for any of the Jacoby Myers people out there like me, that's good news. And for, I'm going to be interested to see if Jack Besh comes in as that third receiver, or if it's going to be Tucker on the outside and they move Myers to the slot on 3 wide receiver sets, and Myers of course will play on the outside on 2 wide receiver sets. So we'll see how they do that. Isaiah Likely sitting out of practice. You can't find the guy's name?
I don't know who. I mean, there's Julian Hill and Tanner Connor, but I
it was I think it was Julian Hill.
Okay, and that's how, like, I don't recognize the name, or those are the 2 guys, the only 2 guys that are active right now at tight end position on the Miami's depth chart. So
Jatavian Sanders listed as a tight end 1 for the Panthers, which we all kind of expected that, so that's cool.
Oh yeah.
Hunter Renfrow is going to be a starter, which we kind of thought that when they brought him back, he was going to immediately go into that third wide receiver deal. Let's see, and I think that's basically it right now for any major news. Juwan Jennings didn't get a little bit of money. He got $3 million added to his contract for incentives for playtime type stuff.
Playtime,
yeah. He wanted a lot more. I think this is some kind of weird compromise to get everything smoothed over for the season, get going.
When I heard, like, he turned down a long term deal because it wasn't big enough for it wasn't enough money. But this is supposed to be like, hey, if you can show us that you're worth this long term this year, we'll give you a little more this year, and if it works out, we'll work a deal. Or he becomes free agent at the end of this year, anyway. So.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's the news, and from there, we're going to kick off week 1 with some key games. That baseline is how I feel right now. I'm getting ready for the game tonight. We'll talk a little bit about the Cowboys and Eagles, even though the game's going to be played by the time most of you listen to this. But I think it's going to be – you're going to get some fantasy value out of Dak and the receivers, even though you're playing a really good defense. I think the run game is going to be atrocious. I'll probably try to avoid that as much as possible. The tight ends should both be good on both sides. And I think of the Eagles offensive guys, you want to play them all you can. So,
yep.
All right, we'll kick it off with the Friday night game. That's actually in Brazil. And, of course, you got the Chiefs at the Chargers, but I mean it's Brazil, so there's really no home team here. But we'll start on the Kansas City side. You got Mahomes. I mean, yeah, you're going to play him if you drafted him,
especially if you got him in the third round.
I don't know. I still don't know what to expect from Mahomes anymore. In fantasy, they talked about early in the season they want to go down the field more. They want to stretch it out. They want to have big plays again. So we'll see.
That'll happen after 5 weeks. Let them get Rashee Rice back, and then between Worthy and Rice, I think that's going to be a little dangerous. That's going to help open it up some
for sure.
With just Worthy, we're going to see a lot of what we saw last year. I think there's going to be plays when it's big, but it's not going to be. It's going to be pretty inconsistent, in my opinion. So
I think Pacheco is going to have a good night tonight, but it wouldn't surprise me if Kareem Hunt gets more use than we want. Pacheco, of course, came back last season from the injury, did not look good, but they're saying that he's definitely healthy now and he's looking a lot better. So hopefully that's true. I would not be scared to play him if I had in a flex or something. I would avoid the rest of the running backs until we kind of see how it's going to shake out. Maybe in a deeper league, I throw Hunt out there just to see.
If you got a deep league for a flex spot, I mean, I'd take a shot at it.
Yeah. The wide receivers, you're playing Xavier Worthy for sure. I would throw Hollywood Brown in a flex and feel okay about that. And then
might be the only chance you get to play him. He go out there and get injured this first week.
True. And then I'm avoiding the rest. Juju's been there. He's been their third wide receiver option for a while, and it doesn't get work. You got Kelsey, obviously you're going to play Kelsey. I would even play Noah Gray in a pinch. I mean, Gray has been known to have big games, and especially when they're down players. He is he's somebody that Mahomes is not afraid to utilize and get the ball to, and he can get a touchdown or two here and there. So
is Justin Watson still there?
Not according to the list I'm looking at now.
I was thinking, who was it last year that just showed up out of nowhere a couple games, like not any kind of super consistency, but towards the end of the year. So that might lean
Noah Gray.
Noah Gray, and then there was Justin Watson.
He had his flashes and moments. Yeah,
but if he's not there, then that kind of makes Juju a little more interesting, in my opinion. Without Rashee Rice and if Justin's not there, then could make Juju a little more valuable.
And Juju will be their intermediate. I mean, Kelsey's their intermediate receiver, but Juju will be the other one because Brown and Worthy are going to be working downfield, I think.
Exactly.
On the other side, you got the Chargers. You got to keep in mind Kansas City's defense is really good against everything. At least they were last year.
Yes.
So you're going to play these people at your own risk, but you got Herbert. I mean, if you have better options, I would actually, not that it really helps anybody listening now, but I would play Dak over him tonight if I had Dak. And Philadelphia's defense is really, really good, but I just think Dak's going to be passing a whole lot tonight.
Yeah.
Because I think that the Chargers, they're going to try to muddy it up, and they're going to want to run the ball with Amarian Hampton and Najee. So I think Amarian Hampton will be a pretty good play, even though it's his first game as rookie. But I think you're going to get a volume play out of him tonight. You're not going to get a 30.9, but you might get a 17 or 18.9 just based off of sheer volume. I would avoid playing Najee until we see his utilization, unless you're in some super deep leagues. I think McConkey's a smash. The one area the Chiefs were weak on last year was slot receivers. And so if they're going to make hay in the passing game, it's going to have to be through that with McConkey. And so I would not be scared to play him or Keenan Allen, because I think they're going to they may alternate in that slot position.
Yeah.
And then I'd probably avoid everybody else at the receiver. I mean, how you feeling about Quentin Johnson?
This is what's going to happen. I'm going to say he's not worth rostering. Don't worry. Don't look at him. And he's going to catch a touchdown that everybody knows he's going to drop, but he's going to catch it.
Yeah.
He's going to get one touchdown on 3 targets
for 26 yards.
And that's going to be his whole night. He's going to have 8.7, and I wouldn't even put him out there for it. I mean, but I know it's going to happen. I just got this gut feeling that's like,
you're probably right.
He's going to catch that one pass for a touchdown.
McConkey will have 10 catches for 117 yards, 0 touchdowns.
Yes.
Quentin Johnson, he'll have 3 catches on 8 targets for 26 yards and 2 touchdowns.
2 touchdowns, yeah. It'll be something just astronomically, and everybody's going to be, all the Quentin Johnson truthers are going to come out of the woodwork going, "Oh, he got 2 touchdowns. What did Ladd get?" Like all the other work, but no.
Are there any Quentin Johnson truthers left?
There's still a few out there talking.
It's probably his family.
It might be. I didn't dig that deep. I just scrolled right past it. So.
I'm staying away from the tight ends for the Chargers. I think Disley's going to have value. I just don't think it's going to be in this game.
Yeah, no, and Conklin could potential, but it's not.
Yeah.
We haven't seen what we thought we would see out of him. So yeah.
All right, the next game I want to talk about is going to be a Sunday 1:00 game. It's going to be Tampa at Atlanta. Last year, both these games were pretty much shootouts. The first game was the 500-yard game from Kirk Cousins.
Who?
Kink Cousins. Sorry,
okay.
my bad.
I thought maybe you had a brother or something. I was like, what the hell is that?
Oh, of course you're playing. We're going to start on Tampa side. You're playing Baker, absolutely, against Atlanta. Smash that.
Yes.
You're going to smash Bucky Irvin. The real question here is, what do you do with Rachaad White? I took some flyers on him just to see what the utilization was going to be in the past game and whether he's going to be a flex viable player. What are your thoughts?
I don't know. He's still there. I mean, and he's super efficient. I mean,
as receiving, as far as catching,
he's not good at running the ball,
he's
but he's
amazingly efficient at making the catch.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, it's one of those.
I mean, he only has value in half PP or full PPR.
Yeah.
If you're in a standard league, throw him in the.
You don't
put him
even
on
need
fucking
him.
waivers.
Yeah, because he's going to get you 7 points in 3 weeks or something. It's going to be bad.
Yeah.
But no, I feel what you are too. But I know Sean Tucker's done a lot in this offseason.
That's the other question. Yes,
like he could potentially kind of work his way up and take all of it.
There were reports
Rachaad
coming
White,
that Sean Tucker is the quote backup to Bucky as far as the run game goes. So
yeah, so I mean, I don't really know. I personally probably wouldn't put him out there unless you're in a dynasty that's all you got. Maybe. But as far as like redraft, he should be on waivers in my opinion because I don't think he's going to get enough utilization to warrant a roster spot for a flex even until we see. Like I said, I mean, he averaged like 6 targets I think last year or 5 targets a game.
He was. I mean, his game log from last year. There was. There were some games.
However
he had
many attempts he had, that's how many
targets,
catches he had. So
towards the end of the season, it did dwindle from week 12 on. But he did have like week 16, he had 8 targets. But other than that, he had 1, 1, 3, 2, 8, 1, 0.
Okay, yeah.
So some of that could have been with Bucky's emergence there towards the end of the season. So. I think that's kind of a wait and see type idea too. And he's somebody you can drop easy if the first week he's just not being utilized and you got somebody better to pick up. Maybe Ayamana is still on your waivers and you see him do something good.
Just swap it.
Yeah. The receivers, you're smashing Mike Evans. I think Egbuka's a smash. We'll talk more about him later, but I think you play both those guys.
Yes.
And
no worry.
Yeah, and feel good about it. Cade Otton, if he's healthy, absolutely. He last year, when there was receivers out, Cade Otton was getting targeted, and that's all you could really ask for at that position. And he was doing. I mean, he looked like he got hit by a dump truck every time he got tackled. There's no one I've ever seen get hit harder than Cade Otton, but he got up and
right back up.
Yeah, and he's pretty efficient at the catches as well. On the other side, I'm playing Penix, man. I'm feeling okay about it. I know he's projected for a lower score, but I think Atlanta and Tampa is always a shootout, and they're going to want to show that, this is the right choice. This is their dude, and they want to start utilizing these toys or these skill players. You're absolutely smashing Bijan.
Oh, yes.
Or Bijan. Bijan in this. You don't really need to talk about it. The receiver, I'm playing Drake London, and to be honest with you, I'll play Mooney if he's healthy. I am a little worried about Penix and Mooney. It wasn't as nice as it was with King Cousins and Mooney last year. But if Mooney's out there and healthy in a pinch, I'll play him. And then I don't really think. I mean, Ray is one of those. He show up every once in a while.
Exactly.
He's a dart throw, more of a DFS type play in my opinion. And then Kyle Pitts, if he's ever gonna do anything, it's got to be this year.
It's got to be something's got. We're gonna keep saying this every year until he's on his 16th season in the league, and we're like, this is Kyle Pitts' year, man. This is gonna be it.
Those are. Let's see. Let's hit on a couple more. Let's talk about. Let's go to this Lions Green Bay game. The Lions at Green Bay. I think another divisional game. It seems to always be kind of high scoring. You're gonna if you got Goff, you're playing him. He was a QB1 last season. Just kind of quietly was right there in that QB 8-9 range all year. You're smashing Gibbs. I think you're smashing Montgomery. All Montgomery does is get touchdowns every game.
Yes.
My only concern with the Lions is what is this offense going to be with new coaching? But hey, I mean the players are still there and the system is still in place. So, And Amon-Ra St. Brown, absolutely. Javonte Williams, absolutely. Tesla is dealing with something, but
Jameson Williams.
I'm sorry, what did I say?
Javonte Williams.
Yeah, Jameson Williams. Sorry. Thank you. But you're playing both of them. You're feeling good about it. I'm kind of a wait and see with Tesla, even if he's out there as that third wide receiver, because I think Laporta is really their third receiver.
Yes.
Yeah. How are you feeling about Laporta? He kind of fell off last year, and we're kind of hoping for that bounce back after he was the bomb his rookie year,
I feel a certain kind of thing about the mustache he's growing, but
in a good or a bad way?
In a very bad way. But I mean, his targets came down last year. His efficiency was up a little bit as far as catches, but I mean, he had less touchdowns. I think what we saw last year is what we're going to get out of Laporta as a consistency.
Yeah. I think the rise of Williams was kind of the downward tilt of
the offset
Laporta.
Offset of Laporta, and I think, but it's. I think we're still good. You're still looking at top 10 tight end, but it's just
you're just not going to get that elite play.
It's not going to look as pretty as it did, And last year is probably where we're going to see him. I mean,
gotcha.
In my opinion, that's where he's going to ride for a while.
On that other side, how are you feeling about Jordan Love? They stepped back last year. We thought that he was like a top 5 quarterback the year before. Stepped back last year. The whole offense did as a whole. Of course, they added Josh Jacobs last year. They were running the ball a shit
way
ton.
Way more.
They came out this year before the season talking about wanting to pass the ball, get the do more passing, but then they went and got Micah Parsons. And so, if their defense, now I think the Lions can push them in this game despite Parsons and make them have to go out there and keep passing. But I mean, in this game, if you had, let's just go with these two. If you had Goff or Love, who are you playing in this game?
I'd probably go with Love, personally.
Okay.
And it's partly because, I mean, yes, they've got Parsons now on Green Bay side, but I mean, he's been there for a week and a half.
Yeah.
2. I mean, and it's not, I don't know that he's just going to come in and own everything.
Right.
In the week 1, right now we're, under the.
And if I'm not mistaken, he hasn't been practiced. I mean, I'm sure he's been keeping his body right.
I think a quad thing, like a.
Yeah, but it was back. It was his quote back was hurt because he was in contract disputes,
and that's where they all deal with the contract stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I don't know that. I know he's an elite talent in the NFL, but I don't know how well that's going to switch over to a whole new regime. Like on week 1. Now by week 3, it may be a completely different animal. But. I don't know. I think Love. It's his time to kind of step up, and he's going to do. Yeah, he's going to do what he needs to do, and there's going to be enough of a back and forth offensively. He's going to have to throw the ball.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like I don't think their defense comes in right now and goes from 10th to 2nd kind of deal just because of 1 week. But
I don't necessarily completely disagree with you. The only devil's advocate type counter I would throw is Goff has the weapons. We don't know how these weapons are going to be for Love. And so, he's got Amon-Ra St. Brown. He's got Javonte Williams. He's got Laporta. And so, we know that, we can just skip over Jacobs. Jacobs is a smash, and that's all you're doing. But, we're looking at Golden, Reed, Dobbs, Wicks. And I think Wicks is actually dealing with something as well as Reed dealing with his injury. So you got Golden and Dobbs could be maybe Savion Williams is a dart throw here.
Yeah.
But if Reed's out there, and you got Golden, Reed, and Dobbs, it's going to be interesting to see how that pans out. Who's going to get the play, and then and whether they can help Love become that quarterback that you're talking about, and do what you hope he can do.
Open that all up,
right? And of course, you got Tucker Kraft, and I think a lot of people are kind of calling for Tucker Kraft to have a really good season this year because of how weak that wide receiver room seems to be.
Yeah. Could potentially end up with more targets. I mean, hell, he only had 70 last year. I mean,
right. And he didn't start the season as a starter. It wasn't until Musgrave went down. So, now he is the dude. He's entrenched there as that guy. So, I mean, as far as he goes, yes, he's a smash play at tight end. Let's see. Let's hit one more. We got to hit this one. The Baltimore Ravens at your Buffalo Bills. This is a game full of fantasy points and fantasy goodness, we hope. There is a really good defense on Baltimore and a mid to bad defense by your estimation with Buffalo.
It could be a little better, even though they've already had 2 defensive injuries in this offseason. I've been kind of sad. But
yeah, I mean, we can just hit them. But you're playing both quarterbacks, and you're not even thinking about playing anybody else. Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, they're always in your lineup if they're healthy. Even if they're not healthy, if they're playing, they're in your fucking lineup.
As long as they're starting, you're putting them out there.
Derrick Henry, yeah, I'm not touching any of the other running backs with Baltimore. James Cook, yes, and in a deeper league, I wouldn't be scared to put Davis in a flex.
Yeah,
like a double flex league, or like you talked about with your deeper dynasty leagues or something.
Yeah, if you put him out there, and
I mean, I'm in some leagues where you got 3 or 4 flexes, so I would absolutely be cool if I had Davis. There's some leagues I fucking wish I had Davis.
Oh, I've got a couple of those.
I mean, who was that I was asking you about earlier? I can't even remember now.
Oh, it was Trey Benson.
We'll
talk about him a little.
Trey Benson or somebody else, and I think if I had Davis, I'd probably play Davis over Trey Benson.
Yeah, I'd probably play him over Trey. Yeah.
The wide receivers, you got Zay Flowers. He's in. Rashad Bateman, yeah, I'll play him. I don't. D-Hop is weird to me, dude. I just don't know. Like he's been, nobody's talking about D-Hop.
It's been very quiet.
He's been very quiet. I get it, he's old, but nobody's talking about him in any sense. And it's like if he's got anything left in the tank, he could just be a target hog.
And when that's what we were hoping with Kansas City too when he was there last year, and it just didn't seem to work out except for like 2 or 3 games did he actually get.
But when he showed up in Kansas City, it was like wasn't it like an in-season trade?
This is like
and so he's been with this team through the offseason
and all. Yeah.
He's there as I keep saying entrenched. That must be the word of the day. He is there as their third wide receiver, and he could come out as like a Keenan Allen light, when Keenan Allen was just a target hog for Justin Herbert before he went to Chicago, and then of course now he's back. But I think that's a really sneaky kind of play, and I think we could come out of this next week, and everybody's like, oh shit, I should have got D-Hop.
I should have already had him on my team. Yeah,
why the fuck I don't have D-Hop on my roster? Or we could all come out of next week and go, yeah, D-Hop's toast.
Like, who's D-Hop?
Yeah, we might be retiring him in a week or 2. So it's going to be interesting to see how that plays out. You're playing Mark Andrews. I think if this is the time to play him, likely being out. Most likely being out is Andrews is going to be the main dude in that. You have the touchdown upside with him. And the other side, wide receivers, Khalil Shakir, yes. Keon Coleman, if he's out there, that's one thing that scares me. Is like if I knew he was healthy and out there, then I'm willing to play him. But if he's out there and he's not 100%, I'm probably fading him.
Yeah.
Unless I don't have better options.
I would need it to be 100%. It's been lingering now for a few weeks. And we saw how he dealt with the injury he missed like 6 weeks on a thumb injury or something last year. So I want so hard for it to, everything to work out. But it's one of those where it should work out as long as he's 100%. But I just don't think that's going to happen.
I'm probably fading Dalton Kincaid, to be completely honest with you. I don't like the vibes coming out with the coaching staff openly talking about they're going to limit him. It's like you look at their roster and you think he should smash. But with the way that everything feels right now, it's like I feel like he's in the doghouse with the coaching staff or something.
This is definitely something that's.
And so, like, we could see Dawson Knox play 80% of the snaps this week, and everybody's like, "What the hell? What the hellio?"
That'd be kind of cool. Knox and Allen are boys, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And Knox has been there forever, and it just that whole thing about limiting him just scares me.
It does kind of offset things a little bit. Like it makes you feel a little something. Feels a little something. Yeah.
All right. I guess the last one we'll talk about. We do need to hit on the Monday night game, because we won't be able to talk about it again until Monday. So you got Monday night. It's going to be Minnesota at Chicago. This game is interesting to me because I want to see what JJ McCarthy is. I'm definitely fading him. I don't want to play him until I know what he is. If I can do that. I know that everybody with the late QB people out there, there's probably a few of you who JJ McCarthy's your only quarterback on your roster. But I would say if there's like a Trevor Lawrence on your waivers, maybe grab him and play him this week if you can in a single QB league. But Aaron Jones, I know we'll talk about later, but you definitely play him. I think Jordan Mason is definitely a smash, in the sense of you can play him in a flex league and feel okay.
Yeah.
Justin Jefferson, obviously, in the lineup.
Who?
Yeah. And Adam Thielen. I'm playing Adam Thielen, dude. He is going to get targeted. He knows this offense. He knows this team. Him and this quarterback don't know each other well, but you saw what he did with Bryce last year. Even when Bryce was doo-doo trash, Adam Thielen was balling.
That's exactly right. Yeah, I mean, as long as Addison's on suspension, Thielen's gonna get his. I mean,
if you're really, really desperate, you play Naylor, but if you're having to play Naylor, you probably already going to lose.
Yeah,
I'm just going to put it out there.
Very much truth.
And yeah, you're playing Hawkinson. Caleb Williams again. I'm fading him. I want to see. I want to see this Ben Johnson offense. I want to see him in this offense. But Minnesota's defense is stout, and their defensive coordinator Brian Flores is one of the best in the business. And so I just need to. I think if I can fade him this week, I'm going to do it. I would play McCarthy over Caleb Williams, and I think that Caleb Williams has more athletic. If I'm looking for a floor play, I play McCarthy over Caleb. If I'm looking for an upside play, then I play Caleb, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
DeAndre Swift could be one of the biggest values or biggest, why the fuck did I draft him in this year's draft? We don't know.
Yeah.
We have no idea. And that's just because Roschon Johnson could be the guy, even though he's dealing with an injury, so you need to keep an eye on that. And then there's the Monangai lovers out there who think he could be the guy.
This is another backfield. I told you. One of those, it's like,
there's too many backfields. We got to see what they shake out to be.
Exactly.
DJ Moore, I don't know why the vibes are bad with DJ Moore this year. Is it because of all the mouths that they have to feed?
Well, it's either that or it's just everybody sees the decline of Williams as a quarterback,
or not. Maybe not the decline, but not the ascension.
Yeah, exactly. Nothing's moving. Nothing's progressing.
Yeah, we don't feel like it's progressing in the right way. Right.
They're just like all these kind of people kind of fall off a little bit, right? And a little bit more. I haven't heard anything bad per se about DJ Moore, but I have heard he's going so late in drafts. It's disgusting to me. Like I feel like he should be up there. I mean, I don't know.
I think he's a value this year, to be honest with you, because I think regardless of how many mouths there are to feed, DJ Moore is still the guy that needs to be fed the most in that offense.
Exactly.
Odunze, I'll throw him out there. Zacchaeus is more of a DFS play for me, and I'm not touching anybody else. And then Colston Loveland, if I can get away with benching him this week, then I'm doing it. I would even play Hunter Henry over Loveland this week. And I know if you go look at the projection, Hunter Henry's projected for like 5 points and Loveland's projected for like 10. But I don't give a shit about that. I just know that, we'll talk more about Hunter Henry in a little while, but he has a rapport with his quarterback, and they vibe, and he got hyper targeted last season, and Loveland is a rookie, and with a offense that has so many people that are going to demand the ball. So I just want to see how that shakes out. I think Loveland is super talented. I think he's going to be a good tight end in this league. I don't want to put my week one matchup on the line for Loveland. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, if you drafted Loveland, especially in redraft, you're probably desperate for a tight end anyways. You're probably going to have to play him. But I mean,
that's true.
There are some. I mean,
but I'm saying I bet Hunter Henry's on your waivers.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to think. Maybe you can't play him tonight, but like I know Ferguson was on some waivers. I know that Goddard was on some waivers.
Chigga was on a couple.
I would play all those guys over Loveland tonight. Yeah. Yes, absolutely. All right. Well, from that, I guess we're going to roll into Daniel's don'ts.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
I love that cut so much.
I just saw that video again today. It's a hardcore classic, man.
He screams no at the end of that.
Yeah,
that's my favorite thing in the world. It's how I feel about so many things in life. When I have to somebody's like, "Hey, can you go to Marietta to pick?" I feel like
that's what you want to just yell
every time.
Yeah.
So anyway, so these are my don'ts. And for anybody who's just picking up, these are people that I don't think you should play if you have better options this week. And sometimes, maybe not this week, but there will be some weeks where I'm going to name people where you're like, that's crazy. But yeah, it'll be one of those, hey, you may not have better options, but on the off chance you do, you should play this guy. Yes. So my first one is going to be Caleb Johnson. I love Caleb Johnson. I think Caleb Johnson is going to be a really good running back in this league. And I think he could potentially knock Jaylen Warren out of his starting role. But this week against the Jets, week one, It's not the week to figure out if Caleb Johnson is going to be a good play for you in your lineup. In my estimation, I would play Warren just because Warren's going to be getting the pass catching and the run share, and he could volume you to a 12-point week and be okay. I think Caleb Johnson has a chance to go out there and look really bad, and he could be somebody you could potentially be looking for to pick up after this. Yeah, because everybody could be dumping him to waivers after this game.
I start him just to kind of go look at it to see how this game played out. It's a tough defense. He's a rookie. You know,
Right.
Jalen Warren got the Pat Stacks, got his contract or extended, and I just feel like it's all progressing towards Jalen's going to get the lion's share of it all.
Yeah.
And Caleb could look bad in his 6 carries.
Yes.
It could be 6 carries for 12 yards, and that's it, or something really low like that. But
and AA Ron is playing against his team last year that was kind of maligned when he left, so it could be one of those he wants to pass the ball, and I mean DK could be a smash play this week, just because he wants to pound the Jets into the ground, and it's just like if that's happening, then there's 2 sides of that coin, I guess, because the second half, if they're up by a bunch, they could say, screw it, we're just going to see what the rookie can do for a quarter, and maybe you get something out of it. But I don't want to chance that if I have better options. I don't know. I would rather play Warren over him. I would rather play Pollard. Obviously, I would rather play Austin Eckler. To guys like that over Caleb Johnson this week. My second don't is also a rookie that is playing against a really good defense. Cam Ward at the Broncos. The Broncos defense is great. I love Cam Ward. This is a big Cam Ward house. I want Cam Ward to be great. I think he's going to be a really good quarterback in this league. But his first game at Denver is not something I want to invest in. So if I can get away with playing almost anybody, I mean, the 2 quarterbacks we just talked about, I would play both of them over Cam Ward. I would play JJ McCarthy or Caleb Williams if I can get them. There's very few. I mean, I would be tempted to play Daniel Jones if I can get my hands on Daniel Jones.
All right, let's not get carried away now. This is an average podcast, and I don't want this coming back on us in any way.
I think Daniel Jones can use his legs because he's a borderline superback to save your week. I feel like there's a potential for a slaughter fest for Cam Ward this week, and it could just get real. And Patrick Surtain could be his welcome to the NFL moment with Surtain with 3 interceptions.
Just lays him out a couple times too.
Yeah, it could just be bad. We don't know how good that O-line is, so that's good too. Their pass rush is good. Their secondary is good. Yeah. And here's the thing: they're going to apply pressure on offense. The Titans are going to be forced to do a lot of passing. That's either going to be good or really, really bad.
Really, exactly.
So I think odds lean towards the really, really bad side of the equation.
Yeah.
And then my last is the Giants running backs. Somebody in that backfield is going to have value. Both of them might have value. I don't want to figure it out this week. I don't want to know if it's going to be Scattaboo or if they're going to stay with
Tyrone Tracy.
Thank you, Tyrone Tracy.
I figured that's why you went Scattaboo first.
The letter T was in my head, so I knew there was T's involved.
You're partly there, yeah.
So I don't know if they're going to. They say it's Tracy's backfield. Maybe it is. The Commanders aren't necessarily a tough run defense, so if you pick right. This is one of those things of Daniel's don'ts. It's like, this is more of a, you roll the fucking dice. I definitely wouldn't play them both if you have them both. But whoever you pick, if you play it right, you're going to be happy. And if you play it wrong, you're going to be sad.
Yeah, exactly.
So I think there's better options out there to kind of figure out what's going on. So there it is. Caleb Johnson against the Jets, at the Jets. Cam Ward at the Broncos. And the Giants running backs at the Washington Footy McFootball Manders.
Nice.
All right, you ready for them?
Let's do them.
All right, let's hit those bottoms.
Unless they happen to be power bottoms.
What's a power bottom?
A power bottom is a bottom that is capable of receiving an enormous amount of power. Actually, Mac, you got it backwards. You see, a power bottom is actually generating all the power by doing most of the work.
Does the power have to do with the size or the strength of the bottom?
Now, Dennis, I've heard that speed has something to do with it. Speed has everything to do with it. You see, the speed of the bottom informs the top how much pressure he's supposed to apply. Speed's the name of the game. Right, buddy?
Oh, God damn it.
Yeah,
I'm going to fold up my fantasy. We just got to blur. First of all, that cut's amazing. It's one of the greatest cuts ever.
It's definitely, yes.
But in the midst of listening to that cut, a blurb comes across and it says Christian McCaffrey showed up on the injury report due to calf.
Limited with a calf
Limited
issue.
with a calf issue. I'm glad.
let's all take a moment.
I'm glad that I got Brian Robinson in almost every league that I have McCaffrey.
Yeah,
So it's
definitely.
not going to hurt as bad. That does relieve a little bit of the pressure of my chest from reading that.
I'm going to have to go back through all my teams where I have McCaffrey and see what my other options could be.
I traded Jordan Mason in a league
Yeah, I saw
to
that.
get Brian Robinson just to protect me from McCaffrey.
Which, yeah.
And I didn't feel good about it. I think Jordan Mason in Dynasty is a better value than Brian Robinson. They're both the same age, by the way.
Yeah.
I really wanted to protect McCaffrey. So. All right. We'll figure that out later. All right. So anyway, you've got some power bottoms. And real quick, everybody wants to know, this is Baker scours the bottoms of the waiver wires, the 20% or less rostered. Is that generally?
It's pretty low.
Yeah, so he looks for 20% or less rostered players that you, if you're desperate or you're in super deep leagues, you can maybe get. We drew the line. Success is 5 points. If these players get 5 points or more, then he has a successful power bottom. And that doesn't sound like
I've had
much.
some that do some big weeks.
Yeah. I
But-
mean, you found I mean, I want to say Kyron Williams was a power bottom for you.
A bit,
Like the very beginning.
There was another one that was.
Yeah, you've had some pretty big plays, but everybody's like 5 points. It's like, hey, listen, if you're digging in the bottom of the waiver wire looking for a 20% or less rostered player to throw in a flex spot, 5 points is like, thank God.
That's like, oh man, points are good.
Yeah. And so just to kind of leave, because we do a toast or roast on our Tuesday podcast where we go back and look at our projections and we either toast each other or roast each other. And it's like I got to the point where I was going to have to roast him every week because his power bottoms weren't putting up 10 points.
Yeah, they weren't.
And so
doing,
we had to give 5.
But I'm getting it.
Yeah.
And it takes a few weeks. It's tough first week of the season. We don't know what the defenses are going to be. We don't know what these rookies are going to be. So I'm digging, and this one might be like on the cusp of that 20%. But Trey Benson, running back, and this is primarily based on the fact that they're playing New Orleans, and I think that there's a good chance that the Cardinals are going to be up pretty quickly, and they're going to run all over New Orleans, and they're going to put Benson out there. Benson didn't have a lot of playing time last year, and to my knowledge, I don't recollect there was injury. I know there was a thing at the end of the season where he had a quad thing, but
Are you talking about James Conner?
no, Trey Benson.
Oh, Trey, no.
Like I said, so I don't think he missed time for that, but I think that this is going to be his second year in it. And if they do get a little bit of a lead, we could see more of them, especially against someone as soft as the New Orleans Saints. So I'm feeling like this could be a
called
good
them
week.
soft.
Oh yeah, this could be a good week. If you need some deep dive and you're checking your waivers trying to get him, Trey Benson's probably still available, and I'd feel confident plugging him into a flex spot and seeing what you get out of him.
Okay.
Next is Theo Johnson for the Giants versus Washington. Rookie Russell Wilson throwing the ball around. Theo Johnson kind of flashed a little here or there. A lot of people are looking at him, but he's still so deep. He's barely owned.
Yes.
7%. Yeah,
roster.
it's super deep to find him, and I just think this could be a good game. I don't know what Russell's got left in the tank, so I don't know that he's going to be able to hurdle it downfield, and he doesn't really have. I mean, Malik Neighbors is there, which we'll talk about him a little later too. But I think this is going to open up, and I think Theo's going to be like a safety valve, and it's just he's going to be there if that makes sense. And they're going to have to throw the ball because they're going to be playing from behind most of the time, I'm sure. So
I mean, like last year, he showed up towards the end of the season, and he wasn't super dominant, but for tight end points, he was a tight end 7 in week 9.
Yeah,
and he was getting 6, 6, 6, 5 targets there towards the end, and then he got hurt week 14 and was out the rest of the season.
And you got to think the targets too. That's Daniel Jones targets,
week 13 was out the rest of the season.
or not Daniel Jones.
Those
but,
were
Tommy DeVito
or Drew Lock.
target. Yeah, I mean you got Russell Wilson out here now, so. I mean, and if he gets 5 targets from Russell
you
Wilson.
had to be bad when you're sitting there going, hey, he's got an upgrade with Russell Wilson.
Yeah, this guy's got Russell Wilson throwing to him now, So I just think now would be a good shot, especially for like in a very vast tight end landscape.
Yeah.
You could grab some guy off your waivers week 1 and potentially play him and have a tight end set if it works out,
Yeah.
He could fit this offense and be viable through the rest of the season, but And then here's one that I'm just going to throw at the wall and see if it sticks. And it's just super deep. The wide receivers, I'm so torn, and I don't want. I want one that's like, I called it.
Yeah.
And this will be it. Diami Brown.
Oh, you think he's finally going to
for
do
Jacksonville?
something?
Well, for Jacksonville.
Yeah, he did get paid $10 million to go there.
They paid him some money, and the options around him are limited.
Right.
So I mean, he could step up, and they're playing Carolina, which I feel like Carolina's defense is kind of
The options aren't. What are you talking about? The options around him limited. He's got Brian Thomas Jr. and what's his face in front of him?
I forgot about Travis
Hunter.
Travis Hunter. Yeah. I was just thinking Brian Thomas Jr. and that was the end of the list. I forgot all about Travis Hunter. Okay, well the options are great, and he could still get open in the middle of the field while they're getting covered up. Or either way, they did pay him, and Terrell loved him being drafted, and really had high hopes.
Coming out of
maybe
college, he was very dynamic. And you have to also keep in mind. I don't know why I can't remember the head coach's name, but he was Tampa's offensive coordinator last season. Duval.
What was his name?
Yeah, starts with a C. I'm pretty sure it starts with a C.
Guy.
But anyway, he, when Tampa was rolling, they could support 3 receivers last year. They were able to support Godwin and Davis were absolute monsters.
Yeah, Evans and Godwin.
Where did Davis come from, bro? My brain, I am short circuiting right now.
You're so excited for football, man.
That McCaffrey news is throwing me for a loop, dude.
No, same.
I'm sorry. But yeah, Evans and Godfrey, and then McMillan came on towards the end of the season too, and so there's definitely room there for another receiver.
And there was weeks when Otten was big shit, with targets and all that stuff. And Rashad White and Bucky Irving. I mean, they threw the ball all over the place. There was 6 mouths to feed, and everybody was eating. So I mean,
Did you look up the coach's name?
I don't want to.
All right, I got to look it up
because then I got to see his face, and I don't know if I want to deal with that.
His face is annoying.
He reminds me like the Mad Magazine cover, but a less
like
attractive
Alfred
version
E. Newman,
of it.
Yeah, it does look a little bit like Alfred E. Newman.
But yeah, no. So I'm looking at Diami Brown. I think if it's super deep, like you're just digging, and you want to take a shot, this could be a week where we see a little bit about him, especially since he's been in the league for a while, and we don't know rookies, and sometimes it takes a couple weeks, like we saw with Justin Jefferson, for them to get established. So Travis Hunter could kind of, I'm not going to say fall apart, but not be what we're expecting
Cohen.
to be. Cohen, that's it.
Oh my God, dude! You think the look at that face?
I'm telling you, I can't. Why did you do that to me?
Here's the other thing that pisses me off. I'm 9 years older than Liam Cohen.
That's and he looks like if the Mad Magazine guy worked for Willy Wonka in the Chocolate Factory. Like it's like
he looks like if Willy Wonka and Alfred E. Newman had a love child.
It just had
Oh my God, dude!
I can't. Why do you keep doing this?
Oh God, I do. Imagine that face going Duval.
No, I don't want to.
Oh man, I want to punch it. I want to punch that face.
But yeah, so I'm out here. I'm looking at Trey Benson, running back, Theo Johnson, tight end, and Diami Brown, wide receiver for Jacksonville now. So
love it. I'll throw one wide receiver just because we should do that. We should start throwing in. You give me one don't, and I'll give one bottom. My bottom would be Hunter Renfrow. Just in that same game, I think there's a potential for a shootout, and Hunter Renfrow is going to be the slot receiver, so you could get some love there as well.
Let's see what my don't would be. I'd probably be my don't would be
Travis Hunter.
Apparently so. Yeah, 'cause I forgot he even existed. My don't's going to be Josh Downs.
Oh snap!
Yeah, let's go with that.
Wow, just throwing some.
It's just here it is.
Yeah.
This is it right here. I'm going to go for it.
Yeah.
Let's talk.
What you did is you're like, who's the quarterback for the? Oh yeah, all right.
Daniel Jones.
Who's their? Oh yeah.
I'm like, it'd be easier to get Michael Pittman, and he's probably going to have a better game. So don't play Josh Downs unless you have no other option. Go grab Diami Brown.
All right. I don't have a. Do you have a sounder for the smash?
Yeah,
we need
probably.
a sounder. Did you connect? Oh shit. Okay. All right. These are our smashes of the week. I'll go ahead and kick it off at quarterback. My quarterback smash of the week is I am taking Drake May versus the Raiders. The Raiders are traveling to New England, and I think New England is they're a dark horse team. you get a whole new coaching staff. You have a really good coaching staff up there now. They're going back to Josh McDaniel as an OC. And I think this team has the potential to be really good offensively. They were already fairly decent defensively. And I think this will be a time for them to show out and show off for them, and with the tools or the players they have in the receiving core. I just think Drake May is going to, in his second year, he was last half of the season starter, and he showed up a little bit last season with a terrible coaching staff and a terrible scheme. And so you give him a better scheme, a better coach, and then he goes out, with Vrabel. Finally, the whole time I've been trying to remember Vrabel's name. With Vrabel and what he is, he brings a lot of stability at the head coach position, and I just think that this team is going to be dangerous, and Drake May is going to be the helm of that. And the way he uses his legs, I want to say he ran for almost 400 yards last year, but he only played like 11 games.
Yeah.
So, you stretch that out, you're talking 600-700 yards. And so that's the type of thing you can get. You can get 30 plus yards of rushing from him per game with the option of him getting into the end zone. And so I think Drake May is going to be a smash this week. And after this week, everybody's going to be like, shit, I should have got drafted Drake May.
Well, to add to that a little bit as well, I mean, they did add Stephon Diggs, and he's kind of a quarterback unlocker.
Absolutely.
I mean, he's amazing, as long as he's got anything left in the tank.
Yeah, and as long as Drake May keeps him happy with targets. Yes.
And it's only, I mean, we saw what CJ Stroud did with Stephon Diggs out there. And then the season when Diggs got injured, all of a sudden everybody else was injured, but things started falling apart. It just, Diggs is special as a receiver.
You say whatever you want to say about Diggs as a person, as a receiver, he's amazing, and he is a route technician. Yes. He is a crisp and clean route runner.
He's a big ad, in my opinion, for Drake May alone.
And then Pop Douglas is just a solid receiver as well. They brought in the Travion Henderson at the running back position, who is dynamic. And then, so Drake May is my quarterback smash of the week.
My smash is pretty obvious, and I went because I'm just going to play the odds.
Yeah, you went with fuck it. I'm going to grab one of the big boys and ride it.
Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
But I will say this though. I think I heard a little clip. I don't watch or listen to podcasts, but I did see one video that come across when I thumbed through stuff in the morning. But I want to say Joe Burrow's never finished as a top 10 quarterback in the first of any opening season since he's been in the league.
He sucks at the beginning of the season.
So,
but he's also generally hurt
coming back off an injury.
I think this is the first time
he's not coming back off an injury or something.
Or he's come into the beginning of the season completely healthy.
And so with that coupled with, I mean, they're playing against the Browns. Flacco's going to go out there and let the balls fly, and the Bengals defense is garbage can. I think on nothing else.
About letting the balls fly.
I'm telling you. But that's Flacco on that high-powered offense, man. But I
and your high-powered balls.
Exactly. But I think this is going to be and when I say smash with Burrow, I'm smashing him as like he finishes QB1 this week.
Yeah,
deal.
That's when you grab one of the big dudes, you're saying that he's going to be the top dude.
Yeah, I think I'm
saying if Drake May finishes this week at like QB8, he's a smash.
Oh no, it's definitely a smash. Yeah, no, I get it. I just wanted to make sure I reiterate.
Yeah.
I'm not smashing him going. He finishes 10. I win.
Yes,
I'm like, oh well, that sucks. But I'm saying
he's graded
QB1.
on a different scale.
Exactly.
We'll say as long as Burrow's a top 3, your smash wins.
Smash wins.
All right. And as long as mine's a top 10, my smash wins.
Your smash wins, exactly.
All right, well, give me your running back smash of the week.
I'm smashing Old Man Jones before he's not done yet. I think Aaron Jones comes out and has a great week this week, playing against the Bears.
I got my walker. I'm ready to go play, boys.
Yeah, there's quite a few. There's a couple running backs this year that I think they're on their way out, but they're on the rise to have their last great season kind of deal and do really well. He did well last year. With a heavier
he had
workload.
The most work last year is his entire career, which kind of scares me for this year.
Yeah, well, but I think this is game 1. This is week 1. I'm smashing right now. We're playing for this game.
I think if you're going to get smashes out of him,
this is going to be now.
Yes,
and I
100%.
think this is going to be a great week. We're going to see Jordan Mason touch the ball. I don't doubt it, but I mean, we saw him with Green Bay with Jamal Williams out there having good weeks while he's still out there.
Well, one thing
he's
is
so dynamic.
Mason's not going to be involved hardly at all in the pass game. And Aaron Jones just run out on the play. They played him everywhere. Could play wide receiver if they wanted him to.
Exactly. So I mean, I think this is going to be a good week against the Bears. It's going to be a shut the Bears up. and they're going to go out and run all over them. So
Look, I wish someone loved me as much as you love Aaron Jones.
I do, but I think it partly comes back to he saved me a fantasy year.
Yes.
While I was in the hospital having my son.
Yeah.
When he was a rookie, because Ty Montgomery got injured, and I picked up Aaron Jones as backup off of waivers that night in the hospital parking lot. Like I remembered putting in the waiver claim and all that stuff, and I ended up getting him. He balled out for me.
Yes.
So it's got a special place in my heart.
Yeah.
Man.
Oh, no, I know. All right. My running back smash of the week is James Conner against the Saints. A lot of what you were talking about, why you picked Trey Benson as your bottom.
Yeah.
Is the same reason why I picked James Conner as my smash. I think he's playing against a what was last year a weaker run defense. And I think Arizona is going to roll into New Orleans, and they're not going to have to do a ton of passing to beat that team. That the Saints offense is garbage can, or they seem to be. I don't expect Desmond Ridder. That's right. It's not Rattler.
It's not. It's Rattler.
It's Rattler. Okay,
it's Spencer Rattler. You got me second guessing myself now.
I tell you, I'm just gonna say the Riddler.
Yeah, the Riddler just covered all.
That covers both of them, and if in whatever situation.
So the Saints were 31st overall in rushing yards allowed.
Yes.
They allowed an average of 141 per game.
The Panthers were 32.
Yeah.
And so the Saints were garbage last season, and I just think that James Conner is somebody you're totally getting late in drafts. He's, as long as he's healthy, he's going to be fucking amazing for you in your lineup. He's involved in the pass game, he's involved in the rush game, and again, the Saints, they're not a team that's going to make the Cardinals have to keep passing the ball all game, and so at some point it's just going to be, let's run the ball, let's kill the clock, and when that happens, the defense is going to soften up, and then all of a sudden you're going to get a James Conner fucking 60-yard touchdown.
Yep.
And so James Conner is my running back smash of the week. My wide receiver smash, I had to go with him. This is the game. We'll find out. But Emeka Egbuka against Atlanta for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I really believe in this guy.
Same.
I made the mistake of being out on Olave, and despite Olave's problems, it's never been his ability on the field. It's just been health. And I don't. So I changed the way that I evaluate wide receivers, and to hear the things that Mayfield says about Ibuka, the way that I think that they're going to immediately gel, or have immediately gelled out there, and I just think that he is going to assume that Chris Godwin role, and he's just going to get tired. He's going to get 8, 9, 10 targets, and do something with it. It's going to, and Atlanta's secondary is mid at best.
Yeah,
they were not very good last season, and so I just think this game could be a shootout. Egbuka could be good, and after this week, everybody's going to be going, damn, that dude is good. So
yeah, no, I like that a lot. I you know me, if you don't have him in leagues, I've got him. So it's
bro, I still have trade requests right now out for him. I'm like, please. I've got one now where I'm trying to move Justin Jefferson for Drake May and Ibuka.
Oh yeah.
And I'm fair. I'm in a full blown fucking rebuild.
Yeah, you got to tear it down.
Yeah, it's like a 3 year. I'm like 3 years out on this rebuild. So I try to get a second round too, but hopefully he doesn't listen to the podcast. I would just take those two at this point for Jefferson.
I understand.
And it's also super flex.
I can see where I can get behind that. That's Drake London is going to be another.
No, Drake May.
Drake London.
No, I said Drake May.
Oh, okay.
Oh, your wide receiver smash is Drake London.
No. I thought you were saying you were trading for
I got Drake May and
then when you said
super London.
That's what I heard.
Yeah.
It's probably not what you said, but it is what I heard. Because I was like, wait a second.
Dry's hitting hard, bro.
It is, man. That shit, it's killing it.
All right, who's your wide receiver?
My wide receiver smash?
Is it Drake May or Drake London?
It's neither of those. It is another, like, this is going to be a follow-up rookie or second year, Malik Neighbors against Washington this
Love
week.
it.
I think he's going to go out there and just Russell Wilson. I think he unlocks Neighbors a little more than he got unlocked. I mean, we saw what Neighbors did with terrible quarterback play last year on tons of targets, but I don't think he's going to need as many targets as he got last year to still produce as much as he did, because I think these targets are going to be better. He's not going to have to turn around and come back for the ball. Wilson's going to be able to lead him with it instead of, when DeVito was dropping it 3 yards back, and Neighbors had to do everything he can to catch the ball. That stuff goes away. And Neighbors is going to have just a jam up week this week, finish his top 12, and everybody's like, "Yeah, I'm so glad I got this guy. I'm glad I drafted him."
I love it, dude.
I think it's going to be a big
In
one.
our home league, I took Neighbors early. I don't really have a ton of Neighbors in my leagues. Not that I have anything against him. It's just that his cost is generally too high, and the other players around him.
Yeah.
But when his pick came up, he fell in our league, which was crazy because there's a lot of quarterbacks in a single quarterback league that went in the first round.
Way early.
And so he fell, and I was like, you know what? I don't have him really anywhere. Let me just take him, and I feel good about that. So
Yeah.
all right. Well, who is your tight end smash?
I'm smashing. I've been saying it for a couple weeks now. I'm really liking where it's leaning. I hope it continues. But Chig Okonkwo. I know they're playing a tough defense against Denver, but I think Chig's he's gonna be the safety blanket. They don't have Tajay Spears, so Pollard's gonna have to do.
Is this the year of Chig?
I think this is the year of Chig. I
right.
think it's all coming together.
You've heard it here first.
I think this is the year of Chig Okonkwo. I think he finally breaks out. Like not
So
just
he and
breaks out.
Joku's.
Yes, he and Joku's exactly.
Yes,
That's what he's going to do.
Yeah, or Ingram's.
Yeah,
Where he's
exactly.
finally, after like 4 or 5 years,
You've been
it's
waiting
like,
on this,
pow.
and all of a sudden it's like, boom! We know he's got the
You
talent.
got
We
the
know
surprise, whatever.
Oh yeah, this one. Right
Yeah, that's what Okonkwo was going to
what
say after
Okonkwo's
this
going
week.
to do. Yeah, and it's a tougher defense, but I think I think it's going to game plan out where he ends up being the open target, and he's going to be
Yeah.
out there. And he's going to get 8-9
Well,
catches.
he's going to be that safety blanket, that pacifier for Cam Ward, I think.
He's going to get. It's going to be a big week, I think.
And
for
Cam
Chig.
Ward to me feels like a quarterback who he does have a little bit of that gunslinger mentality, but I feel like Cam Ward is a quarterback who really wants to be great.
Yeah.
And I think he really is working hard to be good at his craft. And I think that in order to be good at his craft, he has to understand that there's a tight end there that's going to help bail him out.
It's going to open it
And
up.
he
yeah.
don't have to go downfield all the time.
And
you don't
that's
have to
gonna
play
help.
hero ball. Yeah.
Exactly. That'll help out with everything. And I just think this is going to be the game where everybody's going to be mad they didn't have Chig Okonkwo already. Like he's sitting on waivers so many places. It's crazy to me, but I think that's my tight end smash, Chig Okonkwo.
Well, hold on. Let me grab a beer. Since I gave you mine, because the Canada Dry can just needed a Yingling bottle now.
It's empty. It's empty.
All right. My tight end smash. We had to get a beer for this one. My tight end smash of the week is Hunter Henry
Oh,
versus the Raiders.
nice.
It's not sexy. There's nothing sexy about putting Hunter Henry in your lineup. There's nothing sexy about feeling like putting it out there and like, oh man, hell yeah, I got Hunter Henry. That doesn't
Yeah,
exist.
that's not something.
But
that
here's what is sexy: winning your fantasy week. And so if you have, I don't even know what other tight ends off the top of my head. I mean, I would play him over Loveland. We talked about that earlier.
Yeah.
Obviously, any of the Steelers tight ends, Freiermuth or Jonnu.
Or Jonnu.
Yeah. As much as I love Theo Johnson, I would play him over him until I think Theo Johnson eventually is going to be better. But I think right now, Javion is it
Jatavian.
Jatavian? Good Lord,
Jatavian Sanders.
for the Panthers, I would play him over that. So this is the area I'm operating in.
Kyle Pitts. Dalton Kincaid.
I will say this: when you talk about, I'll definitely play him over Kincaid. When you talk about Kyle Pitts, if my team is projected to lose and I'm looking for an upside play, I play Pitts.
Play Pitts.
If I need a solid fucking floor, I'm playing Hunter Henry.
All right, you got to set your lineup right now. Jake Ferguson, or you wait on Hunter Henry? Game's about to start.
Ferguson.
Play Ferguson.
No, I'm sorry. I play Henry. I play Henry. My brain, when you said Ferguson, I thought you said Goddard.
Oh, okay.
No. I would definitely play Hunter Henry over Jake Ferguson. And I should probably put my money where my mouth is because I have Ferguson in a league.
Well, game starts in 1 minute, so you better hurry.
No, I'm not gonna be able to do it that fast. But
yeah, I was just looking in the area where
yeah.
he's going, where he's being drafted around or whatever, just what options would be there. So,
but I really think Hunter Henry is going to be solid this season. And I think that starting week 1, it's going to be against the Raiders at home. I think there's going to be a lot of passing for New England. I think there'll be a lot of passing for both sides, but especially for New England. And I think Hunter Henry's going to get 8 targets this game easily. I think that's the floor as long as he's healthy. So, All right. Well, there it is.
Sounds good.
There's our smashes of the week. So we're going to run through this real quick. We're going to do our DFS. We're going to do this every week. Give our we're doing a head-to-head matchup of DFS, and at the end of the season, I don't know, maybe next season the winner can pick the loser's team name in our home league.
I need to actually keep up with our wins and losses, so I'm going to get like a whiteboard or something in here where we can actually keep up with it.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't keep up with it in DFS.
Yeah, we're going to have to do something. We're going to have to add -1s and +1s
Yeah,
or something.
we can do some minus and pluses.
All right, so let's hit that. All right. Well, go ahead. And, I'm sure you got yours pulled up. I'm trying to pull mine up now.
I do not, but I will in just a moment.
All right. So here we go. I'll go ahead and give mine. So my we just talked about him. Drake May is my quarterback. He's $5,500. For anybody who cares about my strategy when it comes to doing DFS lineups, I scroll to the bottom of the quarterbacks, the starting quarterbacks, and then I work my way up from the bottom to a starter that I feel good about and spend the cheapest. 94% of the time. Every once in a while, if I think a top dude's going to ball, I'll spend up and get him, but I don't like to spend up for QBs. So 5,500 was Drake May. And I like to save money at the QB position because that gives me the which this is going to suck. I have Christian McCaffrey at 7,300. Now we're going to reserve a swap out for that. I don't know who I would swap at 7,300. Let me go look. Let's say Bucky Irvin. Bucky Irvin 7,100. So if McCaffrey is out, I'll play Bucky Irvin instead of McCaffrey. But McCaffrey 7,300 is my running back. And then I went and got Travion Henderson for 5,500 against New England. I have way too much invested in this New England game. And it also gives me opportunity to spend up at wide receiver. And I went with Jamar Chase and at 8,100. I just think that game has potential to be a shootout because Cincinnati's defense is a good garbage can.
Yes.
And then I think with the announcement of Kirk most likely being out, I threw Higgins in, a wide receiver with Houston. I think he could potentially have a good game at 4,800, and then that helped me get Drake London at 6,500 as my other wide receiver. I went ahead and did throw Hunter Henry in for my stack. Apparently, I have a New England triple stack.
This could get ugly.
For 3,900, cheap tight end. I don't like expensive tight ends either. My flex is James Conner at 6,100. And then again, when I look at defenses, I scroll to the bottom of the defense, and then I pick the cheapest defense that I feel okay about. And this week is the Giants defense at 2,300 against Washington because they're a solid defense. I just need a couple sacks, maybe a pick, and I'll be happy.
Well, I'm gonna start at the bottom. I went the same route you did with defense. I scrolled all the way down, and then went with the one I thought would be the better of the worst, I guess, and mainly because who they're playing, not necessarily because of how good they are. But I picked Carolina over Jacksonville.
They were my first pick, but I didn't want to be a homer, so I closed out.
I did that for you.
Yeah,
I got you on that one.
Because I will be honest with you, I first picked Carolina, and then I'm like, no, I'm not going to be a homer, and then I went and got the Giants.
I went straight for that just because I felt like it was the best option at $2,400. It's nothing.
Yeah.
But then I spent up almost everywhere. It's weird. I don't know. The only where I played down, I did go cheap-ish on my tight end. I got Njoku at 4,700.
I love that play.
I think that's going to be just money well spent. That's going to make up for anything I was bucked up on the rest of
Him and Flacco are the bestest of buddies.
They are. Those videos are freaking hilarious.
Like,
man.
I want to see a new Robin Big show, but it's Flacco and Njoku.
That would be hilarious, yes.
He's my best friend.
And then I rode true to a couple of my smashes here. I got Joe Burrow as quarterback. I spent the money.
Yeah.
I didn't stack anything with him, but I did go ahead and I got Alvin Kamara. I think he's got a good matchup against Arizona, and
Absolutely.
he is their whole offense.
Yeah, 100%.
So J.K. Dobbins, I feel comfortable at the beginning of the season. I think R.J. Harvey's going to take some of it, but right now I'm taking advantage of J.K. Dobbins. We saw what he did early last season for the Chargers.
Yeah.
Came in and balled out of nowhere. So, of course, Malik Neighbors is in my lineup. Just talked him up. And then here's where I spent down a little bit. Wan'Dale Robinson. Dude just gets targets.
He gets targets.
He's going to get it. And then Michael Pittman Jr. I said it.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think he's going to be the number one. A lot of people calling for downs, but I think it's going to be Pittman.
$4,900. This is going to be the cheapest you get him if he does open up this,
Right.
And then Wan'Dale was only $4,500. So I mean, it's like both decent spends with high upside, in my opinion. And then I went hard on my flex. Got to go Jahmyr Gibbs, $7,700.
I love that.
I take
Against
it where I
Green
can get
Bay,
it.
I mean,
yeah.
he is that offense.
It's another thing. It's him and Kamara to me are very similar in the fact that there's so much that is relied on by them, and they do so much when they do get the ball.
There's way more tools though with the Lions. I mean, you got Amon-Ra St. Brown and J-Mo, but you're right. And you got David Montgomery. But
yeah,
the good thing about Gibbs is, I think even more so than Kamara, is that Gibbs can get 10 touches and still get you 30 fantasy points.
Mm-hmm.
You know? So,
yeah. Kamara's going to get you 30 points, but it's on the shoulder of 29 attempts and 7 catches and 2 touchdowns. But yeah, no, I think he's the whole offense where Gibbs could be there and be better.
Gibbs is the lightning
he's
spark of that offense.
Of the offense. So, but that's break it down. Joe Burrow, Alvin Kamara, J.K. Dobbins, Malik Neighbors, Wan'Dale Robinson, Michael Pittman Jr., Njoku, Gibbs, and the Panthers defense. I think a couple of these are cheap, and it's going to change around. It's early. This is a good chance to get some pretty.
And if I play any
names.
cash games, I'm going to roll with both. I'll roll with my lineup, and if I play any tournaments, I'll put both of ours in the tournaments.
Yeah, I'm going to throw mine out there a little bit because I really like looking at it, and I really like my lineup.
That's the great thing about week 1 is like everything feels good.
Everything looks good. Yeah,
you don't have anything to go on other than your own ideas, projections, and you're like, everybody's going to max out, and I'm going to destroy everyone.
And then after
week 1, we're all going to panic. We're all going to panic. We're going to rage dump. We're going to it's going to be the worst thing that's ever happened.
I rage dump on the way home today.
That's why you had to buy new pants.
Exactly correct.
Well, listen, that's week 1 in the books. We will get back to you next Tuesday. Buffs will be back here as we review what did happen during week 1. And then we'll be back out next Thursday, hopefully, or Friday, usually Thursday. But as we get ready for week 2. So if anything we say or do helps you get to that average place in your leagues, that means we did our job. Because if you finish average, Matt,
you don't finish last.
That's 100% right. So hope you guys are good out there. We'll talk to you next week. Have a great fantasy week, and don't overreact to week 1.
Exactly.
Holla.